Good morning from the AT. It is Saturday. I am hiking. Just left the shelter. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning or so, maybe just a little bit after. I had a good night last night. Made it to the shelter, got to eat and warm up. Somebody made a fire in the fireplace. There was a fireplace in that shelter, which was awesome. And I think it was called Jerry's Cabin Shelter or something like that was the name of the shelter. But it's been a good day, or it's supposed to be a good day, I should say. Except they said it was going to be sunny, but as you can tell, it is rainy. And so hopefully the rain doesn't last forever, and it will warm up pretty quick. And so just started out with my rain gear on, got my rain jacket, my umbrella. I'm cruising. I think it's supposed to be a decent day as of elevation. There is one big climb, I think, near the end of the day that I'm going to have to do. There's a little one coming up. It's called, here it is, Big Butt is the name of the mountain. And so I'll be climbing that shortly. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully the rain won't last and it'll warm up and it'll be pretty nice today. However, I heard that tomorrow it's supposed to be stormy again. And so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. The plan originally was to try to get into Irwin, the town Irwin, Monday, and then take another Nero or possibly a Zero. But with tomorrow being so much rain, I'm unsure of how many miles I'm going to be able to cover that day. Today, I plan to try to hike another 15 miles or so. The next shelter is only a little over 6 miles, so that's definitely not very far. So I'll probably get there, eat lunch or eat a snack, depending on what time of day it is when I get there, and then move on. And then if I don't make it to the shelter today, the 15 miles, then I'll just camp somewhere. However, I prefer not to camp with the weather. I'd rather stay in a shelter, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But I'm just going to bust out some miles, enjoy the rain as much as you can enjoy rain, and just have a good hike. So with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail. Looks like we got some trail magic.
Everybody say cheese. Cheese.
Well, it's the end of the day, and I am about to my final destination for the evening. I've hiked about 15 miles today. It's been a glorious day for the most part. Started out gloomy and with a little rain, but the sun did come out, and the sun is shining right now. However, as stated before, I have been told unless the weather has changed, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. So I'm not looking forward to that. However, it's just a part of hiking the Appalachian Trail. But today has been a good day. Got some trail magic this afternoon. There was a lady with her 2 sons. They were passing out all kinds of goodies. We appreciate all of those who take the time out of their schedules to serve and to care for hikers like myself. But like I said, I am almost to the shelter for the evening, and I'm hoping that it's not too full, but if so, I don't mind popping up my tent. Actually, I kind of miss my tent. I haven't slept in it very much for the last week or two, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow unless the weather has changed, and so it would be nice if I could sleep in the shelter. Then I won't have to worry about my tent being all wet, which a wet tent equals more weight. But with that said, I'm going to get into camp, make me something good to eat, and then and relax my feet because my feet hurt right now. So I hope I talk to you soon from the trail. Good morning from the trail. It is about 8:30. Just left the shelter. Stayed at Hogback Ridge Shelter last night. It was a beautiful night until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Started pouring down rain. However, as you noticed, it is not raining at the moment. It's supposed to rain all day, they said, originally. And so I'm hoping that we're done for a while. There may be another storm front coming in around 3 o'clock or so, but we'll just play it by ear. But it's gonna be a good day. Temperatures are nice. The views are beautiful. I'm hiking with a new friend that I met a while back at the beginning. His name is High Speed. He is Canadian from Canada, and he's a good guy. We decided we're gonna hike together today, going probably about 13, 14 miles or so to a campsite. That's what I'm hoping. That's the target location. It's just a little past the shelter. Shelter was only about 10 miles. I wanted to hike more than 10 miles today, but it's gonna be a beautiful day here in the Appalachian Mountains, and I will talk to you soon from the trail.
Well, I made it to Whistling Gap Campground. I had about 14, close to 14 mile hike today. I hiked again with my friend from Canada. His name is High Speed. We had a good day. I hiked over Big Bald. It was a 360 views all the way around. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous area. Hiked down from there and then stopped at the shelter. Had lunch, a late lunch there at the shelter, but decided we wanted to do more than just 10 miles. So we hiked another 3.5, 4 miles. So we are here at camp. It rained this morning, but it's been, sun has been shining all day. Just set up my tent, and as soon as I set up my tent, guess what? It started raining. So it's sprinkling right now. I don't know how much it's gonna rain this evening, but I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes, relax in my tent, and then in a little bit, I'm gonna get out. Hopefully it's not raining. I can get out and cook me something good to eat for dinner. So with that said, I will talk to you soon on the trail. Good morning. It is Monday, just a little bit after 8 o'clock. Just left camp about probably 15-20 minutes ago or so. I'm hiking with High Speed again. He's in front of me. We are heading down to Erwin, Tennessee today. It's about a 13-mile hike down the mountain, and so we're just going to be cruising today, mostly downhill. There's a few uphills, but for the most part it's downhill. It is a beautiful day, a little windy. Stayed at Whistle Gap, camped at Whistle Gap last night, and I know why it's called Whistle Gap. Oh man, was it windy last night. But I hung my bear bag, and I remember laying there last night in my tent thinking, I sure hope the tree don't blow over and a bear gets my bag. But it was all there this morning, so we got up early, packed up my things, and ate a Pop-Tart for breakfast, and I drank some water, and I am on the trail. We are trying to get to a hostel just right in Erwin. It's first come, first serve for a bed, and so we're hoping to get there to be able to snag a bunk. And but it's going to be a good day. It's a beautiful day. I feel good. My feet feel good. My knees feel good. And so with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail. Well, I made it to Erwin, Tennessee. High Speed and I came down the mountain. We are planning on staying at Uncle Johnny's hostel. However, when we got there, we learned that they were having problems with their plumbing. So we did not want to spend money to stay at a hostel with no plumbing. So we decided to grab an Uber, and we made our way over to the Super 8. So I am here in the room. Just got done resupplying, walked over down the road to the grocery store, got everything I needed. Plus we stopped by, this afternoon we stopped by and got chicken for a late lunch. And then tonight we stopped and bought Taco Bell. And so that was our dinner. And so it's been a good night. I'm having a good time getting to know High Speed. As stated before, High Speed is from Canada. And so we've been talking about the history of not just Canadian history, but also the American history and our relationship with one another as two countries side by side. But it's interesting. He's telling me some stuff I didn't know, and I'm sharing with him some things that he did not know. So, but it's a good evening. It's a quiet evening. Our plan is at this moment, I was planning on taking a 0 tomorrow, but I think we're going to turn that into a Nero, meaning we're going to catch a ride back to the hostel tomorrow, and then we're going to hike out tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening about 3.5 miles to the first shelter. And so it's going to be a quiet evening. High Speed just walked in the room. Say hi.
Hello from Canada. Canadian.
Canada, yes, Canada. So we're just gonna have a quiet night, just enjoy ourselves, and we're just gonna enjoy the trail. So with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail.
Good afternoon. I'm on the trail. Just left Uncle Johnny's, heading out of Irwin. Had a good morning today. Stayed at Super 8 and just had a quiet morning. Went out, walked to the outfitter to check out, see what they had. Not much, but now we are back on trail. As stated last night, plan on hiking about 3.5-4 miles or so to the first shelter. It's going to be all uphill this afternoon, but it won't be that far. So it's a beautiful day. Supposed to have some nice days the next few days before we get some more rain. Trying to make it to, I think it's called Rome Mountain, the next town, in about 4 days or so. I got about 5 days worth of food. So what that means is my backpack is much heavier than it was when I first came into town. But it's part of the game. It's gonna be just a short day. So I'm gonna make my way to the shelter, relax, take it easy, get up early, and start hiking. So with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail. Well, I made it to camp. I'm here at Curly Maple Gap Shelter. It was a 3.5-4 mile hike up the mountain. We are actually about midway up the mountain. We still got another halfway to get to the summit, but that will be for another day. Today we took a Nero, so we've only been on trail for a couple hours. We are here at camp. There's just 4 of us here at camp, myself, as well as High Speed, and there's a young married couple with us. We are all staying in our tents. The norovirus is going around. It's being passed from person to person along the trail. So at this point on, at least for the next several weeks, I'm gonna be sleeping in my tent, not the shelter. So trying to stay healthy, trying to stay well. Want to be able to finish this trip and not get sick. So with that said, we're just gonna have a good evening. I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna catch up on my journaling here this evening, maybe some video editing. I was able to get my videos uploaded. I know I've been struggling with that the last week and a half, 2 weeks, but I finally got last Saturday's video uploaded, as well as next Saturday's video uploaded. So I'm good for a while, and I'm just gonna take it easy and enjoy the evening, maybe have some good conversation and go to sleep. So with that said, I will talk to you later.
Good morning. It has been a couple hours that I've been on the trail, just hiking away. Have a big climb this morning. Been climbing and climbing and climbing and still haven't reached the top. I'm hoping to be at the top in a few more hours. I'm on my way to, I believe it's called Cherry Gap Shelter or something like that, which is 12 miles. I'm gonna stop there and then reassess and see if I wanna go farther. I would like to go a little bit farther, especially now since I'm staying in my tent rather than the shelter because of the coronavirus. So, but it's been a good day. Other than packing so much food, and I filled up on water a little bit ago past the stream. I think it was the last stream for about 7 miles or so. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of water. I have started out with 2 liters, which is a lot. Water weighs approximately 2.2 pounds or 2 point something pounds per liter. And so got over 4 pounds of water. Doesn't sound like much, but believe me, it is. But it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. High speed is ahead of me a little bit. I slowed down to take a drink of water and he kept going. But we'll meet up shortly for lunch. It's about 10:30 is what time it is right now. And so plan is the next try to get through this section in the next few days. At the weekend, we're gonna reach a town called Roan Mountain. There's a hostel there. He's wanting to stay at the hostel. I'm supposed to have the best breakfast on trail, but I haven't decided yet. I may just resupply and then camp somewhere close by just to save on funds. And so it will only be less than a week since I stayed at the hotel. So, but it's a good day. And I'm just gonna keep busting out the miles. So with that said, I will talk to you soon. Well, I made it to camp. We hiked about 13-14 miles today. Made it past the shelter. We definitely wasn't going to stay there. It was infested by a carpenter hornet, so I definitely didn't want stung in my sleep. But we had a good day. It's been a nice day. It's been a lot of uphill, so it's been a hard day. We did get some trail magic, as you saw. We came down one of the mountains and Body Shop, another thru-hiker, or I should say once upon a time was a thru-hiker. He's off trail now, but he was doing some trail magic, so we appreciate him. Got some cinnamon rolls that his wife made, plus some soda and all kinds of other goodies. We are here camping, me and High Speed, and we met up here with Purple Haze is his name, after the fly, for fly fishing, just so I can clarify that. But he's an older gentleman. This is his third hike working on his Triple Crown. He's already hiked the Pacific Crest Trail and the Continental Divide Trail. And so he just has to hike the Appalachian Trail, and he'll have all three. So we're cheering him on, I guess you could say. But it's going to be a quiet evening. We are here, close to, I think it's called Iron Gap, just right before Iron Gap. So we're just camping on the ridgeline here this evening. But I have my food bag hung, and I'm hoping I did not walk through some poison ivy to do it. I saw the poison ivy after I had walked through, so hopefully I didn't rub against it. I guess we'll see in a couple days. But we're planning on having a good night and going to bed early because I am tired. And so I'm gonna wake up early, try to do about 15-16 miles tomorrow, and that would leave us only one more day to get into town and resupply. So with that said, I will talk to you soon, and have a good night. Good morning from the trail. It's about 9:15. I've been on the trail for about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. Just got done hiking uphill, and so now I'm on the downhill. But it's another beautiful day here in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm hoping to do approximately 15 miles today to Roan Mountain Shelter, and then camping there for the night. It's gonna be a long day though. The last 6 miles is completely uphill, so I am not looking forward to that. However, it's all part of the trek, so I guess I'll have to live with it. But got to camp, as you know, last night right before it got dark. Got to see an amazing sunset from my tent, and High Speed is ahead of me. I'm waving, he sees me talking, and so we're gonna just keep on hiking down the trail, and we plan on hiking to maybe the next shelter or so, and then having lunch there, and then keep moving on. So we're trying to get to town before the rain comes in tomorrow night. And so I'm still debating if I want to stay at the hostel or if I just want to stop by there and then camp on the edge of town. I guess I'll make that decision when the time comes. So with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail.
Well, I made it to camp. We are here at the shelter, Roe Mountain Shelter. It is an old shelter. You can see it behind me. It's a wood structure. But I am all set up in my tent. As I stated, I'm going to be sleeping in my tent for the next couple weeks, just to try to stay healthy and not get sick. But so far, High Speed's the only one staying in the shelter, so I think everybody else is thinking the same way I am, and everybody's trying to stay camped out in their tent. But I just got finished eating dinner. Had some cheddar broccoli with a little sausage in it, and some Oreos for dessert. It was very good. And I'm starting to cool down, so I'm gonna get in my tent shortly and just snuggle up, get caught up on my journaling. I'm behind a couple days, and so I'm gonna get that done, and maybe a little bit of editing. We'll see. Haven't looked to see if I had a signal yet. If I do, I'll be calling my daughter and telling her good night, and and just enjoy the evening. So I'm just hanging out here, talking to a couple other thru-hikers, and tomorrow should be a full day. Gonna get up early. We're gonna try to hit the trail early. I'm gonna hold off on having breakfast. I'm gonna have it a couple hours down the trail, I think. Me and High Speed talked about, and that way we can get a move on. Got another approximately 15 miles to go tomorrow before we get into Roan Mountain. So it's the next town. So it's supposed to rain on Friday night into Saturday, and so we're still throwing around the idea if we want to stay in a hostel while it's raining, or if I want to hike in the rain, because you know how much I love to hike in the rain. I'm being sarcastic, but it's going to be a good time. I heard this section is very beautiful, and so far I'm not disappointed. It's been very beautiful so far. So with that said, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Good morning from the trail. I've been on trail for about probably 45 minutes to an hour. Left extra early here this morning. High Speed and I, we are heading downhill. Left about 7:30. I want to get an early start. We're gonna just hike a little bit, have a breakfast on the trail. Just stopped a moment ago just to get some water. Found a water spot. It was really flowing, so that was a good spot. So we're just gonna hike probably another mile or so, and then get some food. So but it is a beautiful day. I got about 15 miles to hike today, mostly downhill for the most part. It is a town day. This evening we plan on getting down to Roan Mountain, as stated before. I think the decision is we're going to do a Nero. So we kind of compromised. We're going to stay one night at the hostel rather than a complete zero, which means 2 nights. And the rain should be done sometime tomorrow afternoon, and we'll leave when the rain is finished. So with that said, I will talk to you again on trail.
I thought you meant in another sense, and I was very happily surprised.
Goodbye, North Carolina. For good. Well, I made it to Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast. It's the hostel that we're going to be staying at this evening. It's been a long day. Started out being a 15-mile day and ended up being about a 16-mile day. We accidentally made a wrong turn. Did about half a mile up and half a mile down on a blue trail, so added a little bit to our day. But it was some fantastic views. We went through over Roan Mountain all the way to Hump Mountain, and it was clear. There were balds, and it was beautiful. And so it's been a good day. However, my feet hurt. It's been a long day. I got to hike with a couple this afternoon. Their name is Manimal and Better Half, and I saw them at the Trail Magic earlier today and found out that they forgot their water filter at home. They were through hiking, but they live in the area, so they're slack packing right now. And so I offered to let them use my water filter today as we hiked over the mountains. But it was a good day. We're here at the hostel, about ready to have some dinner. I'm gonna have a bacon cheddar burger with fries, and so I'm looking forward to eating some good food. They are known to have the best breakfast on the trail, so tomorrow morning we're supposed to have a good breakfast, so I'm looking forward to that. It's supposed to rain tonight, start raining, and rain half the day tomorrow, so we're gonna just hang out for a while until the rain stops, and then we will probably hit the trail unless we change our mind and stay another night. But with that said, we're just gonna take it easy, enjoy ourselves, and just get some rest. I'll talk to you soon.